Today, I'm going to talk about how this book changed my life. I know I've talked about it so many times if you've been watching my videos, but this is The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. I first read the book a few years ago, but I reread it again this year when I was going through a very difficult time in my life, and essentially that time of just feeling disconnected from the divine or from soul. So I wanted to talk about how reading this book just completely shifted my perception on life. Before we begin, I wanted to let you guys know that I also offer private text coaching. So if you need support and if you want to dive deeper into these concepts and just generally if you need support when it comes to manifesting or connecting with your soul, I can help you with that. So all the links will be found below, and you could also join any of my courses, okay? But The Surrender Experiment, I read it this year while I was at the Joe Dispenza retreat. So I don't know if I'm the only one, but I literally am the type of person that needs to read more than one book. So I was reading The Surrender Experiment while I was also reading the autobiography of a yogi. That deserves I mean, that needs to be a series, okay? Because the things that I've learned from that book is insane. But generally, The Surrender Experiment is basically about letting life lead you. A lot of the teachings in the book might seem like it contradicts a lot of the teachings of creating your own reality, because from my understanding, getting into the law of attraction or law of assumption, it very much is about doing, right? So it's like you have to repeat affirmations. You have to get to the bottom of your limiting beliefs. But the Surrender Experiment essentially is about doing nothing, not really nothing, but it's about taking a step back from the driver's seat of your life and really letting soul and letting life and letting the divine move through you and then lead you to your highest path. So even in the previous videos, I've talked about this, right? That life itself is conscious. There is an intelligence in life. And if you can always get into that feeling of all my needs are met, like everything is always going to turn out okay in my life. And your participation in this co-creation process is simply taking care of your energy. So it's not about chasing an outcome. I also made a video about how I stopped manifesting and my life just got better. And essentially what that means is I stopped chasing outcomes. The whole point of life is to not actually get results. The results and the outcome is a bonus of the person that you become. So your focus should always be becoming a more whole and better version of yourself. So let's say you're manifesting a specific person, because I get a lot of people, in my world wanting to manifest a specific person. And if your goal is the person, that itself is already self-abandonment, because your entire focus is on the outcome. It's to get the person. That is essentially putting another person on a pedestal. And we hear this a lot, right? Like, put yourself on a pedestal. What does that mean? That means your focus should be you. Your focus should be, how can I become a more whole, become a more better, and become a higher version of me in the present moment? So this means my focus is not to get a text message from another person to validate my ego, right? So it's not like I need to get a message from this person in order for me to feel worthy. It's more like I am going to learn how to feel worthy within myself first. I think that not a lot of people talk about the Surrender Experiment because it really is very threatening to the ego. Like, this is a very deep inner work, right? This is essentially saying, I am going to dismantle like everything that I've ever known about the manifesting process, even about who I am, because my job is to connect to something greater than me. And so the first step is literally knowing and believing that there is something more than just your thoughts. Like, this is not the type of manifesting where you're just focusing on flipping your thoughts or picking the right affirmations. Like, it's not that at all. It's really going within and connecting to consciousness. It's connecting to the divine, or what Joe Dispenza calls the quantum, right? Like, it's literally connecting to your God within, to the greatness within you. I actually have a meditation called Becoming the God State. It's inside my course. It's called the Anti-Manifesting Manifestation Guide. And essentially, this meditation helps you to go beyond your form, go beyond your thoughts, and go beyond your mind. And I cannot even tell you what could happen when you do that, because only the divine and only your soul knows, right? And so your job is to just move out of the way and to actually step aside. So how can we start surrendering? How can we start doing our version of the great experiment, what Michael Singer says, right? And let me tell you a little bit of what he achieved when he did the surrender experiment. So he found the love of his life. He built 2 multi-million-dollar companies, and he actually talked about it in the book. He's like, people ask me all the time how I did that. And he's like, I don't know. The divine just operated so deeply through him that he just became a conduit for the universe, for God. I did my own version of the surrender experiment when I basically stopped manifesting last year. I was like, my focus is just going to be taking care of my energy and connecting with God. And I'm not going to say that it's been sunshine and roses, because there has been a lot of time where I just had to trust, right? Because a lot of things were happening that didn't make sense, and I have had to let people go. I have had to let jobs go. I have had to let different versions of me go. And I would say I'm still in that void period, like still in that, in between, where I don't know exactly what's on the other side of this. But what I know is every single day I come back to gratitude, and I come back to appreciation for life, and I come back to the beauty around me. And so really, this journey of surrendering to the divine has a lot to do with trust. And you have to remind yourself that again and again. I really always come back to Joe Dispenza talking about how he still does the work. Like, he's still doing meditations every single morning. Like, he doesn't skip a day, like, it's not like you just do it one time or like 1 year or a few times and then you're like, I never have to do this again. No, like, this is a co-creation process, and it requires your commitment, your effort all the time, like every single time, every single day. Once you do it so many times, there will come a time where you don't even look at it as work, right? Like, it's not just something that you have to tick off of your to-do list. It becomes almost like an addiction. Like, now I become addicted to actually going into that nothingness and going into quantum, right? And that comes with practice. This is why people call it like a spiritual practice, right? Like, you just have to do it every single day until it becomes your new normal. And that doesn't come with meditating 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, 1 session. It comes from you doing it over and over again. So the way that you can start to surrender and start to trust the divine is simply by practicing, by really just changing the way that you react and respond to the things in your life, because that is the only way that you will start to attract your future reality into the now. I was watching a TikTok video about how this girl was saying that you will never feel ready, because ready is not a feeling, it's a decision. And that's so right. Like, why are we always feeling like we have to be ready for certain things in our lives? Like, the only way that we feel ready is if we decide that we are ready. And so the only way that you surrender is to practice surrender in the moments where your ego wants to cling onto an outcome or wants to cling onto some type of control, in that moment, you remind yourself, I surrender. Like, this is when I surrender. I allow the divine to move through me because I am the divine and the divine is me. And so I can't really tell you how to surrender, except you have to do it. You have to just remind yourself to surrender. And little by little, it will start to become natural. And then, of course, the most important thing is having a relationship with your soul. You cannot just expect soul to move through you when you don't even know what that feels like. Again, inside my course, the Anti-Manifesting Guide, I teach you how to connect to soul and how to have a relationship with soul. It's a relationship, okay? A relationship means it's a two-way process. It's not just like you expecting guidance or expecting things to just happen, but it's actually you nurturing a relationship. And you have to start to have a relationship with soul and with the divine. And this starts with you sitting in stillness every single day and committing to yourself and to soul and saying, I want to have a relationship with you. And so you have to start to make those changes yourself. Like, nobody can do that for you. You have to start to learn this because this has to be internalized. Like, you have to internalize these teachings. Like, how many of these videos have you watched, like hoping for something to change, but you're not wanting to make a change yourself? Like, you ultimately have to be the one to do the work. Okay? So I definitely recommend reading this book because it changed my life and I actually want to reread it again. And also, if you haven't read his first book, The Untethered Soul, I mean, like, actually, what are you waiting for? Because that will change your life. But thank you so much for watching. Again, if you need more support, you can book a private text coaching with me. It's basically personalized and I will give you an action plan on how to change your life. And if you don't want to invest in a full soul session yet, then the private text coaching is actually perfect. All right. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.